Hey everyone. Unfortunately, I have not got to talk to everyone about this, but I've gotten to talk to most people in person about it. I'm sure most of you have at least heard about it, but really, I've got to talk to most everyone, and that's the good part. But it's just easier to send a video out than to write a long email. Anyways, what I want to talk about is kind of what our schedule will look like this summer. Starting next week for the June 2nd date through June and July, we will not be having Thursday night rehearsal. Something that I realized just over the last few weeks and really the last few months, especially kind of this semester, January to now, has been just Thursday night rehearsals have been kind of I don't want to say a burden, but just not the most effective thing. Because different scenarios have been come into play and people have new jobs or just with life and school, kids, work, whatever it may be, we've just had a lot of people not be able to make Thursday night rehearsals. And it's really no one's fault. It's just kind of the time and space that we're at. And so this summer, schedules are going to get more and more crazy. Things are going to be up and down. Some people are going to be able to make it. Some people are going to be out of town, this and that. And so that's a major reason why we're not going to have it. It's really hard to have an effective practice if 50% of vocalists can't be there, or say if half the band can't be there, if whoever's playing drums that week can't be there, or if main electric player can't be there, whatever it is. It just really makes it hard because in the end, what it does is that we're not able to rehearse exactly how it's going to be on Sunday. Usually I'll have to take over whatever the song is, and so say someone's singing "King of My Heart," if they're going to lead it that way, but I'm going to have to take it over for Thursday night rehearsal, I'm not going to be singing it like them. Usually I'm usually singing 2 to 3 songs that I won't be singing on Sunday and Thursday night rehearsal. And again, it's not necessarily anyone's fault. It's just kind of how it is. But it just proves to kind of be ineffective. It makes it more just stressful for the people that are there. And then Sunday morning we come in and say they're singing it completely different. It's just not how it's going to be. And so really, what's the point of practice if we're not going to be practicing how it's going to be on Sunday? And so what this is really a trial basis thing. I think it's going to go really well. Since we're only playing 5 songs now, that's intentional. That was to get us ready for this transition into this. What I'm asking is that since basically we're saving an hour on a midweek night with that we're able to be with our family, with our kids, with whoever, I'm asking that we get here at 8:15 on Sunday mornings. I know that's earlier than it already is. I know when I first got here, I pushed it back, and we're going to be pushing it back again. But the way I'm really seeing this is we're saving an hour versus getting here just 30 minutes earlier. Now, again, I don't have kids, and so I understand that is probably something that can be a burden, or just kind of feels like, I got to bring the kids, and, if that's going to be an issue, let me know. I will do my best to do what I can. I know most of the people that I've talked to that have kids, they're okay with it. But if there's something, and if there's anything I can do to make this transition easier for anyone, do not hesitate to call or text or to let me know. And on that note as well, if there's ever a time where you feel like, I wish we were having Thursday night rehearsal, but, I guess I'll just wait till Sunday. Do not hesitate to ask. Do not hesitate to text and just say, hey, I know this song's in a week and a half, but, can we go over, Reckless Love within the next week and a half? Because I'd love to. Yes. So know that just because we're not having a full-on together rehearsal midweek, that doesn't mean that we can't have individual practices. I think that's actually much more beneficial and much more helpful, because instead of, say there's a song and, you feel like you really need help, yet, and when we're in rehearsal, I'm sure sometimes it feels like we just kind of have to get through it because we don't want to, inconvenience anybody. We want to make sure that we hit it out of the park. But if we have any questions, then it's like, well, we're keeping everybody and schedule's falling behind. And I just don't want that. I don't want things to be rushed. I want to make sure that they're as good as they can be. I think we all want the same thing. And so if there's a new song and you feel like you want to go over it before Sunday, let me know. I'm here for you guys. Let me know what time works for you, and I will change my schedule around to so that way we can go over it here with Click and Loop and have it as close to how it'll be on Sunday morning. Because that's the good news now, is that we are going to have such a long time to rehearse on Sundays, that if we need to go over a song 3 or 4 times, which I don't ever think that would happen, but if we needed to, we would have time. That lets people get to small groups when they need to get done. We're not interfering with small groups, and that way everything just kind of feels a little bit more relaxed, and we have times to breathe. Because as you guys know, something's always going to happen, whether it be sound or something with ears, whatever it's going to be. Something's going to happen. Something's going to go wrong, and this just allows us more time for that, and for us to spend time together. This video is already like 5.5 minutes long. I just really wanted to explain. If you have any questions, I've talked to people so far. I think everyone's on board. But if you think of something over the next few weeks, see an issue with it, feel free to email or call or text me, and let's see what we can do to figure it out. But again, this will be a trial basis for June and July. For sure, we will not have midweek rehearsal. Come August, I'm sure by then we'll be in the swing of things. I think people will be used to it. If it goes well this summer, we'll just kind of keep it that way. But do know that like for Christmas night of worship, Easter, stuff like that, when it's like really big times of the year, we will have to have rehearsals midweek. But that would be, the few and far between that we would have it. But we won't start thinking about that until August comes, and if we see how the summer goes. Again, I think it's going to go well. Everyone has been just doing amazing. It really has been really good. We haven't really had any issues, and things that have been issues are kind of been more things that were out of our control. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, any concerns, anything at all, please let me know. Sorry for the long video, but I felt like it's a little bit easier to communicate this way. But yeah, thank you guys so much.